In the golden age of Greek mythology, while the majestic Olympians sat upon their thrones of ivory and gold, there was a god who preferred the damp earth, the jagged cliffs, and the deep shadows of the forest. He was not a king of men, but a king of nature. He is Pan, the goat-horned deity of Arcadia. To some, he was a jovial musician. To others, he was a source of primal terror. In an era where gods were seen as perfect human specimens, Pan stood out as a creature of two worlds, half man, half goat, representing the bridge between civilization and the raw, untamed wild. Today, on Prio Tidings, we are stepping into the ancient forests of Greece to uncover the powers, the battles, and the haunting mystery of the god who gave us the word panic. Every legend has a beginning, and Pan's is as rugged as the terrain of his birthplace, Arcadia. Arcadia was a world of its own, a mountainous landscape isolated from the politics of Athens or Sparta. It is said that Pan was the son of Hermes, the messenger god, and a wood nymph. However, when Pan was born, his mother fled in horror. She didn't see a divine child. She saw a creature with the legs of a goat, sharp horns, and a full beard. But Hermes saw beauty in his son's mildness. He wrapped the infant in hare skins and brought him to Mount Olympus. The Olympians, usually elitist and stern, were surprisingly delighted. They saw in Pan the spirit of the earth itself. They named him Pan, which in ancient Greek translates to all, because he brought joy to the hearts of all the gods. But Pan was not a city dweller. He rejected the cold marble of Olympus and returned to the wilderness, where he would become the ultimate protector of shepherds, hunters, and the natural world. What powers does a god of the forest truly possess? Pan's strength wasn't found in thunderbolts or tridents, but in the atmosphere of the wild. First, let's talk about his music. Pan is the master of the Syrinx, or the Pan flute. The story is bittersweet. Pan fell in love with a nymph named Syrinx, who fled from him. To escape his pursuit, she turned into water reeds. Heartbroken, Pan cut the reeds into different lengths and bound them together. When he played, the music was so hauntingly beautiful that it could soothe the most ferocious beasts and charm the very trees into dancing. But there is a darker side to his power. Have you ever been alone in a quiet place and felt a sudden, heart-pounding fear for no reason? The ancient Greeks attributed this to Pan. This is the origin of the word panic. Pan possessed a voice that could shatter the morale of an entire army. It was a primal scream that resonated with the deepest fears of the human soul. He used this panic as a tactical weapon, proving that psychological warfare is often deadlier than a blade.
You might think of Pan as a peaceful wanderer, but he was a key ally in the greatest wars of the gods. One of his most famous contributions was during the Gigantomachy, the war between the Olympian gods and the giants. When the giants attempted to storm the heavens, Pan didn't hide. He stood alongside Zeus. Using his terrifying shout and blowing through a seashell, he created such a massive wave of panic that the giants, despite their size, turned and fled in total confusion, allowing the gods to strike them down. Pan also played a vital role in the battle against Typhon, the deadliest monster in Greek lore. When Typhon stole Zeus's tendons, leaving the king of gods helpless, it was Pan who helped Hermes track them down. Pan distracted the monster with his music, while Hermes performed the rescue. Without the goat god, the reign of Zeus might have ended before it truly began. Because of this, he was worshipped by a specific group, the shepherds and the common folk. While the elite prayed to Apollo, the hunters and those who lived off the land recognized Pan as their true provider and protector. He wasn't just a myth, he was a daily reality for those surviving in the wilderness. We often hear that gods are immortal, they live forever, but Pan is the only god in Greek mythology who is famously reported to have died. During the reign of the Roman Emperor Tiberius, a sailor named Faunus was passing the island of Paxi. A voice boomed from the shore, calling his name 3 times. It commanded him, "When you reach Palodes, proclaim that the great Pan is dead." When Faunus delivered the message, the air was filled with the sound of thousands of voices weeping and mourning. This event sent shockwaves through the ancient world. Some historians believe it signaled the end of the pagan era and the birth of a new age. Others believe Pan didn't die, but simply moved into the subconscious of humanity, living on through our instincts and our fear of the dark. Pan is more than just a myth with goat legs. He is the symbol of the wild spirit that lives inside all of us. He represents the music of the breeze, the fertility of the earth, and the raw, unfiltered power of nature that humans can never truly conquer. Even today, when you walk through a dense forest and feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up, or when you hear a distant melody in the wind, remember the god of Arcadia. The great Pan may be silent, but his legacy is as eternal as the mountains themselves. Thank you for joining us on this journey through ancient lore. If you found this story fascinating, please like this video and subscribe to Preo Tidings for more explorations into the world's most incredible mysteries. Who is your favorite Greek deity? Let us know in the comments below. We'll see you in the next episode, Preo Tidings, where legends come to life.